If you caught that game last night, then you witnessed greatness. I swear to God, I know everybody gets, including me, gets on his not on his vaccination status. I don't get him on that, right? Everybody can do whatever the hell they want with their bodies. I get on him for his, doing whatever the hell he wants to do, like taking time off for vacation kind of thing, blah, blah, blah. Taking time off because he needed it. But you have to admit greatness. And I'm sure the entire NBA saw that yesterday when he dropped 60 freaking points. Kevin Durant dropped 53 on Sunday. So it's just kind of like, okay, wow. Are the Nets on a mission to get to the finals and to prove AKA James Harden wrong? You know, like it's incredible what they're doing in Brooklyn right now. It's hard to basically count them out, right? I'm pretty sure no team wants to face him in the first round. No team, zero. So if you're Miami, or if you're Philadelphia, or if you're Milwaukee, I hope to God you guys have a game plan, because I know you guys are strong, 100%. You guys are strong, but it's incredible what I'm seeing from those two individuals. So we'll see what happens. But then again, Miami Heat has a strong roster, right? Their depth is crazy. Philadelphia, once James Harden gets actually going and gets some team chemistry going with Joel Embiid and trying to figure out how to beat the Nets, we'll see, right? But check this clip out on from Stephen A. Discussing the 60-point performance, and all I gotta say is wow, right? Like, I know he has his issues with Kyrie on the vaccination status, but put that aside, and you have to admit that this is absolute greatness with what he is actually doing. Check it out.
I'm just grateful it came in the flow of the game. A few shots probably I shouldn't have taken. You know what I mean? Tough ones, double teams, triple teams coming, but as long as I could do it with a smile on my face and my teammates weren't too angry at me, it made this night worthwhile.
Mad Dog, is this proof that Kyrie is an all-time great guard?
Well, listen, we know he's a great player, and Steve's going to put him on this level where he doesn't belong. He is not an immortal. Let's take it easy. With immortality, Kyrie Irving, who needed LeBron to bail him out in Cleveland. The team stunk before LeBron got there. And then he went to Boston, and they were better without him. When they left, they actually went further. The year he got hurt, they went further. And then when he left, they were better without him. Right. Kyrie is perfect when he can play with that secondary guy with him who's better. Yeah. In this case, Durant. In Cleveland with LeBron. But, to be an immortal in the NBA, you got to do some special, transcendent things. Scoring 60 points against the Orlando Magic, and he is great. We all know he's great. Yeah. And you want to put him in the top 75, as Stevie wants to put him number 74, we can let him put him in number 74. But to put him in that Magic, guards, Oscar, West, Jordan, Magic, to put him on that level, Kuzi, to put him on, who changed the game, to put him on that level, what's Kyrie? He's not changing the game. To put him on that level is outlandish. Now, I should let him talk first, but he's going to try to convince you that Kyrie Irving is a top 7, top 8 talent player. No, he's not. West has got the logo, hits a half-court shot, was on a team that won 33 in a row. Oscar triple-double. Magic is magic. We don't have to discuss it. Kuzi, 29 assists in a ball game, who changed the NBA from Mike in the 50s.
Will you stop
this
with
is
your
crazy
dribble.
here. Irving on this level.
Would you stop with your dribble? You're at the start. We ain't even 3 minutes into the show, and you're ridiculous. You want to talk about all-time great moments? I guess that three that Kyrie hit over Steph Curry to deliver the championship.
Good one.
We just going to ignore it. Good one.
How about the LeBron block? You forget about the LeBron block in that game?
I didn't forget about. We're talking about Kyrie. We're not omitting what LeBron did, but we are talking about Kyrie. I would remind you that the finals that they actually lost when Kyrie was healthy. Kyrie averaged 29 that series. When they won the chip, he averaged 27 in the finals. He's got a spectacular moment against Steph Curry to close the deal and deliver the city of Cleveland its first championship in any sport in more than a half century. So let's stop with the nonsense. You bring up Jerry West. We love Jerry West. We honor Jerry West. He is the silhouette, even though I'm at a point where I think Michael Jordan should be the silhouette, but that's neither here nor there. My point is this. Jerry West went to the finals, 9 times? How many chips does he have?
Oh,
He's got one. So let's call it what it is. Kyrie Irving right now has as many titles as Jerry West. Is that not a fact? Is that not a fact? Is that not a fact? Okay, now we can get to the talent. Is this not one of the greatest ball handlers we've ever seen?
I love him. He's very talented. You're putting him on this level.
Wait a minute. He's spectacular. Excuse me. John Stockton's on an all-time 75 list, right?
Right.
John Stockton doesn't have a chip. He doesn't have a ring. Now, I'll give him this. He shows up. He shows up to work. I'll give him a lot of credit for that because we all know that's Kyrie's problem. Showing up to work. And let me veer left for a second here with Kyrie Irving's spectacular performance last night. I'm very, very disgusted with a lot of people. Kyrie Irving was absolutely sensational. 41 points in the first half, 60 for the game. Here's my thing. Are we really surprised? We know what Kyrie can do. Why the hell you think we so upset that he ain't playing home games? We're not talking about a scrub. If he was a scrub, we wouldn't pay any attention to it. We're paying attention to it because we know how great he is, and the borough of Brooklyn is being robbed. Do you know that Kyrie Irving has played 43 home games in his 3 years in Brooklyn? 43 home games. 43. That's it. And you don't get to see him if you're in Brooklyn. And if he doesn't play, if for some reason this ridiculous, idiotic New York City mandate isn't lifted, this guy is not going to be available for home games during the postseason, and it could cost them a championship. So I'm saying when I see the greatness of Kyrie Irving, it annoys me that everybody sits around and they're just praising and loving and everything they're seeing, and they're not paying attention to the fact that they're not seeing it enough. But having said all of that, this ain't Marvel Comics, you and your immortal status and the stuff that you come. Who you gonna mention next? Thor? You know, Hulk? Who's gonna be next?
I was thinking Lenny Wilkins, but I better lay off.
Lenny Wilkins, please. Just stop it. Kyrie is Kyrie.
Because I'm glad you brought that up. He played 43 games over the last 3 years. Mad Dog, is this home games? Yes. Is this less impressive what he's doing right now because he's a part-time player?
Well, I think he's mad because the team got the $50,000 fine there against. So I think he wanted to come out there and do his thing. And listen, he is a great individual player. But for Stephen A. to knock West, well, you only won one
I'm right here. What you looking at Molly for? I'm right here. Who
did he lose to in the finals, Steve?
Excuse me, he lost to Golden State?
He lost to Boston. I'm talking about West. He lost to Boston. Russell, Cousy, Heinsohn, Havlicek.
Hey, listen, you either that
Sam
dude or you
Jones.
not. You either that dude or you not.
Oh, come on, that's not fair.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Was he the MVP of a final as a losing player?
I am not going to let you modify and narrate this conversation by having me come across as if I'm throwing shade on the great Jerry West. I understand how great he is. He's the silhouette, for crying out loud. And matter of fact, if you're the Los Angeles Lakers, you wouldn't be in the position you're in right now if he was your general manager. But that's neither here nor there. At the end of the day, if you went to 9 NBA finals and you only got one chip, I mean, damn, Mad Dog. I mean, damn.
He is the only player in the history of the league to be the MVP of a team that lost in the final.
Well, how do
what else do you want?
Excuse me. I don't approve of somebody losing and being the MVP.
He averaged 38 a game with a big hit.
I don't care. If you lost, you lost. Somebody, the winner, needs to be able. Let me ask you a question.
What's your explanation for Kyrie with Cleveland and the Celtics?
Let me ask you a question. Would you, when Andre Iguodala won the MVP a few years ago, okay, a lot of people said LeBron James deserved it, which he clearly did, but he didn't get it because they lost.
I agree.
All right then.
But he didn't get it. That's
I'm just saying, because he lost.
But so did West, and he got it.
Well, he shouldn't have gotten it because he lost.
We don't know. It was 1968. You and I weren't even born yet, for crying out loud.
Well, I was born. I was 1 year. I was 1 year old.
Yeah,
but the point that I'm trying to make to you is that at the end of the day, it comes down to this fact. He lost 8 times in 9 tries at the chip.
So there you have it. It's just kind of like, wow, Kyrie is on another level. Kevin Durant is on another level, and I don't know what to say, right? Like, the East is so strong, it can go either way. So let me know what you guys' thoughts are. If the playoffs started tomorrow, who do you have coming out of the East? I know every single day, somebody from the East always puts on a major performance, but what team are you going to go with to win the East? The West is not as strong as it was once, but it's still strong. But like, it just kind of like, we'll see. We'll see what happens with the West. But the question is who is going to win the Eastern Conference? You tell me. Jag from Jaggy Sports.